Hi everyone, I'm Lewis Roscoe. I'm the creator of the Arksville Homicides, which is the first attempt at a CG animated horror web series. So a bit about me. I've been doing independent film work since high school. I pretty much skipped my 7th form year to make a feature film. That in turn got noticed and nods from the likes of Richard Taylor, who's the double Oscar award-winning person down in Weta Studios in Wellington. And since then I've just been doing independent film work and then animation work. I have done a web series before. I did the animated web series Frontier Prelude to Darkness, which I'm sporting a hoodie of. And that was my first attempt at animated work. It had a modest following. I finished working on Frontier in 2012. It led to a bigger project, which was related to the series. We made a pilot episode called Frontier: The Rising Shadow with ex-Weta animators on that project. We released that at the Armageddon Expo in Auckland in 2012, and that went really well. It was a great project to work on, and I learnt a lot from working on that project. It was slightly nerve-wracking releasing at something like Armageddon, which was in front of a lot of people. Hey everyone. This guy here, he's a 10-year veteran in the industry, ex-Weta. I asked him to have a look at it and see what he thought. But we had a good response to that. As soon as I finished that, that's when Arksville Homicides began. What I'm doing hasn't been done before, to the scale I'm doing it. What I want to make is a web series that has a grand feel to it, doesn't cut back on the detail, is pleasant and visually appealing to the eye, and at the same time carries with it a story that is compelling, intriguing, and has a lot of second guessing about character.
Look, my boys did not do this. We would not do this. But you think we might?
We simply need all avenues looked at.
So anyway, the story of Arksville is set in the late 60s. It's a time of a lot of civil unrest, and throwing into the mix the whole supernatural demonic possession aspect, I thought that would be very interesting, just to mix it up with that the community already at that time. Now, with it being in that time period, you're going to have your quaint little quirks like, oh, colour TV and things like that. A lot of the characters have a lot of grey areas. You don't know if they're fully good or if they're fully bad. But the thing is, with the way the story goes, these characters are going to have to cast their lot on one side of the fence, whether they're good or bad, because demonic possession comes to Arksville. It comes to this small community, and these people are going to have to drop the facade that they've been living behind of a happy tourist town, and they're going to have to deal with this problem. And they're going to be battling a lot of their own inner demons as well as the demons that are in their community. So it's going to be a very gripping tale, and the characters are going to be so important in carrying that story to the audience. In order to do this at the scale that I want to do it at, it is going to involve crowdfunding. The money we're trying to raise is going to go towards better equipment. It's going to go towards paying actors, voice actors, paying artists for their work, and getting a more professional level look to the series. Music production for our composer Sven Falconer in Santa Monica. He's working with James Newton Howard, who's done a great number of professional and amazing works on big films. Sven has done music for us before, and he's very talented. But of course, you know, everyone's time's not free, and there's a lot of hard work that goes in. So for paying for things like music, composition, production, and also paying for the usage of musical pieces from the time period, because that in turn will give the series its own identity in time. I think that is a very important thing. Now, ultimately what I want to do is to have a professional series at a grassroots level interaction with its audience. So you, the viewer, you can talk to the creators one-on-one or in a forum or whatnot, and give your ideas, give your feedback, tell us what you like, tell us what you hate, because you guys are what would make this series work. So the animation process, the beginning of it, is me writing a script for the episode. Now, I've got already the generalized story of the Arksville Homicides, but writing the specific dialogue and the script is the first step. So that'll take me about 3 to 5 days to do. After that, it is the animation process, or the modeling process, I should say. Now, I don't do storyboards because it's just me, and It's all up here, so I don't need to storyboard, which is great because I suck at drawing. Now, the modelling process is the next step. Modelling characters, modelling cars, modelling whatever is necessary, whatever assets are necessary for the particular episode. And that can take anywhere from a few days to a week to 2 weeks, depending on the complexity of the model. After that comes the rigging. And rigging, of course, is just the bones of the character, so showing how the model will move, arms and legs and such. After rigging comes the animation, and the animation can take a day per shot to maybe a couple of weeks. The animation does not take so long to do. The big part is the rendering, and this has been what has been the bane of the production of the prologue episode. Rendering has taken months and months to do because I've wanted to do it at a high level of quality, of visual quality. And so another thing funding would go toward is faster machines to get the rendering done a lot quicker. So I hope you'll get behind us. If you like horror, share it with your friends. Tell your friends about it. But anyway, we will see you in the near future, and thank you for your time watching.